by choosing the caliber of recruit you want to be. The higher your star rating, the better your chances of seeing the field early. Plus, you get some extra mental abilities to help boost what you can do on the field. Next, it's time to choose the position you'd like to play. A quarterback, a defender, or maybe a wideout baller like myself. Now you'll pick what type of player you'd like to be. Keep an eye on the ratings caps as they change with each archetype. Physical abilities are tied to each archetype, and they, like mental abilities, enhance how you play your position.
Welcome to the stream, everyone. Doing a dynasty thing right now. Setting up how I want to play.
Here we'll customize your bio info, gear, and appearance. You know what they say, look good, feel good, play good. time to choose your mentor abilities. These will help to separate you from other players. They can be upgraded, and you'll even have the opportunity to activate more later in your career. Let's take one final look. Once you hit that confirm button, your road to glory begins. Welcome to National Signing Day. Once you've selected your school, your college football career begins. If you have aspirations to see the field early, pay close attention to the depth chart. And even if you didn't get your dream scholarship, you can be a walk-on at any school. Plus, there's always the transfer portal if you need a change of scenery down the line. Now it's time to pack your bags and head off to college. Good luck on your career. I'll be rooting for you.
No, I did it to where I have like no advantages. I'm like the lowest I could be. That's why I only have a 60 overall. But somehow I'm starting second.
Oh, and before I go, welcome to your freshman year. It's time to spend the skill points you have already earned to upgrade your player. Additionally, each week, you will need to manage your workload. Activities like practice will earn you coach trust.
This reminds
And
me
as
of
your coach trust
something on
increases,
Madden
you can improve
05.
your spot on the depth chart and
Back in
gain
the day on
more play calling
GameCube.
flexibility. Now, let's get to work.
It's kind of nostalgic. Kind of is. It's nostalgic for me though. I'm probably gonna do a playthrough as a higher overall. Yeah, I chose to get this one because my grandfather was actually on the Penn State team back in the day. And the first team that ever won the Rose Bowl for Penn State. Actually, the first Rose Bowl ever. Upgrade player. Okay. Oh, I have 2 points. My IQ is pretty lacking. What is play action again? Does anybody know that's watching? Oh, my overall went up. Oh, create a save point. Yeah. And I think I just advanced a week. Oh, position battle. Excuse me.
Welcome to Evanston, Illinois. Ryan Field and home to the Northwestern Wildcats, where it will be a sea of purple as the fans are more than ready for this one. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Miami, Ohio Redhawks, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Northwestern Wildcats. Glad to have you with us. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation. Welcome to Ryan Field on the campus of Northwestern University and home to the Wildcats, where the purple-clad fans are eager to get this one started. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the three phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to win.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt, they sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you...
Alright, I'm back. Still got 2 people watching.
Welcome to Lawrence, Kansas, and pay heed all who enter, and beware, these Jayhawks can play a little football too. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. The freshman quarterback very fortunate for that one to fall incomplete. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Leaves it with the running back. Gives him a little more breathing room, a 3-yard gain out to the 7.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Menu narration option is set to off. Menu narration option is set to off. Menu narration option is set to off.
Play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Zings it complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Henry. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not on this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards.
And a sack all the way back at the 5. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Getting some, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. Touchdown, Fresno State. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. As they come over the football 1 minute to go here in the 1st. Using his legs, it's Morrison. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. He looks that one in nicely. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puck down.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Shoots it to the left. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Offenses know and work on it all week. 3rd downs. 3rd downs week.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Hands it off. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is
trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2. And that pass is intercepted. Looking for more. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start racing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. He's going to take off. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. And the Jayhawks look to do some damage in the red zone. Looking to throw. Dumps it to the back. Snagged in the middle. It's Morrison. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before.
Yeah, 2 biggest things are you got to protect the quarter.
And the ball's out, and they're after it. Oh, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere there today in Lawrence. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's kick it back to the guys at Kansas Memorial Stadium.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in this. Snags it at the 30, still running. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to a 27.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. Got his man quickly. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And now on second down for this offense. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man down the middle. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And quarterback receiver on the same.
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football.
He tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. They go to the draw. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, after
first down here for the offense.
Let's go.
Give to the running back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes his connection. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. And I think he got back to the 2-yard line, but the defense was ready for the run. Let's see what they've got on second down. Hand off from the shotgun. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to impose their will with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And that just might do it. Man, offense needs...
The Kansas offense returns to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down and 10th coming. The Jayhawks are moving quickly down the field. Going up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. He's looking to throw. Going for the big play. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Got his man to the left. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. They keep attacking through the air. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The Jayhawks line it up with a 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all but contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
They'll go with a direct snap. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
He's got it. 2-point conversion is good. Just a couple of possessions down, so there is some hope. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse,
start. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. The Golden Gophers offense will get the first crack at it here. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
On third down, he drops to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Golden Gophers will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. The Nittany Lions offense will take the field for the first time. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
Looking to pass, it's Altmaier. He's got his man, makes the grab. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that.
He wants to go deep. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And once he got loose, it was all over. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the two. They want to throw it. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a look.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Third down conversion's always a huge stat. And they've got a third and long from the 27. He's looking downfield to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble the offense jumped on.
The Golden Gophers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the return, it's Jordan. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They'll throw it on 1st down. That's caught. It's Jordan. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Throws for the tight end. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Oh, man, almost picked off in the end zone. What a red zone stop that would have been. It's 3rd down.
Oh, and that's a chance to end that drive right there. Completely wipe out the possibility of any points because, of course, the offense has the ball on their side of the field. That is an interception that he's got to be able to make.
Got enough space. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
Man, these plays are just so demoralizing for defenses. You did a good job. You got him in the 3rd and predictable situation. What does he do? Finds a way at it.
And it's caught! Touchdown, Penn State!
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Back to pass, it's Roberts. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the 2nd play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll run play action. They're trying to get to it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing, you've got guys swiping at it. You've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
And the Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll bring it back. It's Jordan. Giving him his pass. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine it.
Going for it all. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to cook.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built a lead.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. The give to the back. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll bring it back. It's Jordan. Dances away again. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. And the Golden Gophers will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Penn State. And the stomping has commenced. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When we got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Just got a little casual with it and blew the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stops. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And they get the sack right out of the gate.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. And you've got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot. They can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
The Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. 3-and-out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. As they come to the line, 90 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he... And in the open field and on his way, a tremendous pickup on that one.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the punishment has been extended. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And they tacked on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his own 20. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. Yeah, just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Roberts. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Into the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he added the extra point. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about
afterburners. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
Coming out, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Scanning the field, it's Roberts. Trying to get nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football. The impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They're in command of going downfield for the big play. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop?
He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Escapes the sack. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. Touchdown, Penn State! And the pummeling has started.
And this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense...
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation.
The ball pops out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
To the air, it's Altmaier. Fires to the right. Got him, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the beatdown has ensued.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. And here we go, final play of the game right here. Wants to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.